So welcome to Colombia, the country of beauty. Probably many of you have heard lots of things about Colombia, positive, negative. So let's see what of that can be resolved today. So we are a land of millenary cultures, of magical realism, of colonial legacy, vibrant carnivals, El Dorado mysteries, fashion adventures, salsa, coffee, and much more. So let's start here. So just some important facts about Colombia. This is the location of Colombia. We have boundaries with Venezuela, Brazil, Peru, Ecuador, and Panama. We have the Caribbean Sea on the north, and on the west, we have the Pacific Ocean. So we have both oceans, which is very strategic and very it gives us a lot of creativity for itineraries. So 42% of our country is covered by the Amazon jungle. We are the second most biodiverse country in the world after Brazil. We are the first country in species of birds and orchids. We are the first producers of emeralds in the world. We have the top 5 best coffees in the world. We have 17 heritage towns and more than 68 different native dialects. This is just like a big summary of what Colombia is, but Colombia is much more. So we have a lot of nonstop flights from North America, Canada, and Mexico. So we have New York, New Jersey, Houston, Dallas, LA, Atlanta, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, New Orleans, Washington, DC, Boston, Toronto, Mexico City, and Cancun. These are all nonstop flights, mostly to Bogota. Some of them go to Cartagena, to Medellin, or to Cali. So we are very well connected with the with North America. Okay, so who are we? Who's Magical Colombia? We are a full-service DMC, and we work with tailor-made experiences. We manage luxury transportation, professional expert guides, fashion and shopping concierge and experts. We have all these alliances with all the boutique hotels, also with the major chain hotels. We manage private villas. We have we focus a lot on security as well. We have 24-hour concierge services for questions, comments, emergencies, coordination, operations, logistics, everything. We have private chefs, and we also have tour leaders. If it's a bigger group, they want to travel with someone all the time, we have that service. Okay, so what destinations do we propose? So we have 5 regions in Colombia. Colombia is like such a biodiverse, great country that we talk about the 5 regions. Each region is like a nation in itself. So we have the Caribbean region, the Pacific region, the Andes region, the Orinoco region, and the Amazon region. So let me talk to you about this a little more. So this picture here is a colonial street in the town of Barichara, Santander, which is on the Andes mountain, on the Andes region. Okay, the Caribbean region is where we have Cartagena, Barranquilla, Santa Marta, the Tayrona region is where we have San Andres and Providence islands on the northern western coast of the Caribbean. We have many more towns. It's an incredible area. You've probably heard of it. So this is a picture of Providence Island on the Caribbean Sea. This is a little island right by Providence. It's called Santa Catalina. Crystal blue oceans, like you can see. And this is old colonial streets in Cartagena. All this, it's like at least 5 kilometers of colonial streets, very well preserved colonial architecture, full of boutique stores, boutique hotels, jewelry stores, restaurants, cafes, people that live there still, like resident families. It's incredibly interesting and beautiful. Then we have the Pacific region, is where we have Cali, the land of salsa. It's where we have Buenaventura. It's where we have all these towns of the Chocó region, which are Vallasolano, Nuquí, all these towns on the Pacific coast, which is a tropical jungle area. We have the hunchback whales that come here every year during the season of July, August, September. So we have a lot of boutique hotels here, that receive our clients, and we have all the activities, private with the boats and there's even hot springs in this area, so it's incredible. We also have in this area at the south, we have part of the Andes. So that's where we have Pasto, where we have Popayán, where we have Ipiales. This is more towards the south, towards the limit of Ecuador. So it's a great destination to connect with Ecuador if a client wants to see both countries, Peru, Ecuador. Okay, this is one of the beaches on the Pacific coast, Nuquí. And this is the Carnival of Pasto. It's the Carnival of Black and White. So it's like a celebration of the diversity of the races of Colombia. We have people that connect here, that connect the guests with all these carnivals to live the most like personalized and unique and authentic experience in Colombia. Okay, then we have the Andes region. We have Bogota in the Andes region. We have Villa de Leyva. We have Barichara, Medellin. The coffee region is also in the Andes region, the Tatacoa Desert, San Agustin, and Onda. So this is Villa de Leyva. This is the main square of the town of Villa de Leyva. This is the town I live in. I am here right now. I'll show you this small boutique shop where I'm doing the presentation in a little bit. So we have Villa de Leyva. We have San Agustin. These are the archaeological ruins of San Agustin, a mysterious indigenous tribe that was never found by the Spanish. They just left the ruins and had left before the Spanish came. So it's a very interesting place full of cosmovisions, and yeah, it's just crazy, mystic. Okay, then we have the Orinoco region, which are the savannas of Colombia. It's flat lands. It's a land where there's a lot of rivers, a lot of wildlife, so we can do wildlife safaris. We can do all these experiences on the rivers. There's a lot of boutique, eco-boutique hotels as well. We have Caño Cristales, which is a very precious river. I'm going to show you the picture in just a little bit. We have a very precious river called Caño Cristales. It's the river of the 5 colors. I'll show it to you in just a few slides. So this is the Rio Guayabero. People can do like all these river tours, observing the fauna, the flora of all these regions. We have the Corocora bird, which is the red one, and the herons. Like I said, Colombia is the first country in the diversity of birds. Then we have the Amazon region, which is Leticia, the very southern tip of Colombia, the very tip down here. We have Leticia, which is the capital of the Amazon region of Colombia. There's plenty of boutique hotels as well with all the experiences, great guides, bilingual. So it's great. And there's connections, nonstop connections from Bogota to Leticia. So it's very accessible. And it's obviously all the river cruises, all the indigenous communities, gastronomic experiences, like visit to shamans, and all these amazing things that you can see in the Amazon. Okay, so that's the guacamaya, one of the birds of the Amazon. This is the Amazon River, where like you can tour this on speedboats, on canoes, and many other ways. So, okay, so what do we have as Magical Colombia? We have lodging, we have private jets, private boats and yachts and speedboats. We have private villas. We focus on nature, wellness, fashion and shopping, gastronomy, and other expeditions. I'm going to show you in just a little bit. So we have all these boutique hotels, eco lodges, glampings, private islands. We have the jets, the private jets, the helicopters, and the hot air balloons. We have the yachts, catamarans, sailboats, speedboats. We have the private villas, modern and colonial style, private islands as well, haciendas. We have natural parks all over the country, more than 50 of them, natural reserves, trekking, cycling, all these like more active, adventurous activities, of course. We have all the spas and the yoga retreats and the ancestral knowledge with the indigenous communities that we have here. We have the fashion and shopping, of course. We have very famous designers like Silvia Cherasi, like Hernan Sahar. We have all the emerald and the jewelry shopping. I'm sorry, we have all these preferred stores that we recommend, and that we actually have our personal shoppers that we can assign to the groups and to go shopping and recommend, and all these like great fashion experiences. And we have all the art of Colombia. I'm sorry, and the handcrafts of the indigenous communities that are very, very amazing. So then we have the gastronomy, we have all these biodiversity, like all these ingredients that come from all these biodiversity of Colombia. So it's very, very deep flavors. All the food is so fresh, so amazing, so well presented. All the chefs that we have like private cooking experiences with the greatest chefs of Colombia, the food tours, the cooking lessons, the underground dining, and we recommend our guests, we make the reservations, everything is taken care of. Then we have the magical expeditions. I'm sorry for this photo, is a little blurry, but I could not find a better picture. This is the Magdalena Luxury River Cruise that's coming up in 2024. I'm sure you've heard of it, maybe because it was in the top destinations recommended by CNN Travel. So it's a river cruise that's going to depart from Cartagena, and then it's going to arrive in Barranquilla. It's a 7-day tour looking at all these heritage towns with historians, musicians, literature people. So it's a great expedition for next year. Then we have all the wildlife safaris, the historic tours, the ancestral indigenous communities, visits, 1-day, multi-day, and we have all the festivals and carnivals that happen in Colombia. Okay, travel ideas. We have, there's many travel ideas, of course. We tailor every idea according to every client's preferences, needs, desires. So, but I'm just going to give you like a little walkthrough 5 of the travel ideas. So heritage towns, a taste of Colombia, Caribbean sunset, chic wellness, and magical Colombia. So this is going to be not so deep. I'm just going to show you like the general itinerary, but if you need more information, of course, we'll be in contact and I can give you all the details. So heritage towns, 14 nights, 15 days, visiting more than 7 heritage towns like Honda, Mompox. So, okay, we start in Bogota, then we go to Villa de Leyva, the town I'm in, then we go to Barichara, Bucaramanga, then to the Santa Marta, Tayrona Park region, then to Mompox, and then we finish in Cartagena. So this is a tour with people that know a lot about architecture, history, nature. So it's a great tour. Then we have a Taste of Colombia tour. This picture here is the emblematic tree of Colombia. It's called the wax palm. It's the tallest palm in the world. So we have beautiful parks around the coffee region that have these palms. And I really recommend this one. So we offer 3 nights in Cali, then the coffee region, then the night at the hot spring resort, then the Tayrona Park region, and then Cartagena. So this is a great itinerary. It's a little shorter. This Caribbean Sunsets Theater is a 9-day, 8-night itinerary that we created. So we offer 2 nights in Cartagena, then a 5-night private catamaran around the islands of the Caribbean, the Islas del Rosario, the Rosario Islands. It's a national park with the archipelago of islands. And then we finish in Cartagena again for the connecting flight departure or continuing with another tour within Colombia. Then we have the Chic Wellness Tour. It's a 14-night, 15-day. We start in Bogota, then we go to Apulo. It's a town 2 hours away from Bogota, which has a very nice boutique spa hotel. Then we go to Zipacón, which is a region with like cloudy forests near Bogota as well, with a beautiful hotel called La Palma y el Tucán, which is a coffee plantation boutique hotel. So it's great. It has all these interesting activities around coffee. Then we go to Honda, which is a town on the Magdalena River. Very, very beautiful and like very traditional culture there from Colombia. It's amazing. Then the coffee culture landscape region, then the Bahía Solano on the Pacific coast. So it really covers a lot of Colombia. And yeah, we finish at the Pacific Ocean. Then this is the river of 5 colors that I was talking to you before on the Orinoco region. It's called Caño Cristales. It's a river that presents these colors from a plant that grows in the summer time, when there's the summer in Colombia is like no rain, basically, because we have rainy or no rainy. That's the summer or the winter. So in the summer of Colombia, in the times of June, July, August, we have this plant that grows inside these rivers, and depending on how deep it grows, the color that it shows. So there's 5 basic colors. So it's all these greens and yellows and reds. It's beautiful. So this itinerary is 22 days and 21 nights. It really covers a lot of Colombia. So we start in Cali, then we go to the Gorgona Island, which is a national park island that used to be a prison. So it's a very interesting national park. Then we go to the Tatacoa Desert, then to the Amazon jungle, then the Caño Cristales, the river of the 5 colors. Then we go to the Guajira region, which is the very northern tip of Colombia. It's a desert full of indigenous communities, beautiful, which is the Cabo de la Vela. Riohacha and Cabo de la Vela are in the Guajira region, Punta Gallinas. Then we go to Tayrona National Park, and then Old Providence Island, the island with the near Colombia, that's on the Caribbean region.